Welcome to Techstination. Joining us are Chris Pierce and Karli Deter with Corel. Thank you for joining us, Chris and Karli.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us, Fred.
Yeah, thanks, Fred.
What we're talking about is a brand new version of PaintShop Pro 2021 from Corel. Karli, maybe you take it first. Give us an overall description of what PaintShop Pro is all about for people who may not be familiar with it.
For sure. PaintShop Pro is a full and robust photo editor and graphic design software. And it really does offer a really wide scope of capabilities, from whether it be basic, quick photo edits and corrections to more complex and advanced tool sets to create, for example, some advanced compositions. PaintShop Pro also offers multiple workspaces, each with a different tool set to appeal to a different audience as well. So whether you're kind of a beginner in photo editing or a professional, very advanced photo editor, there's really something that PaintShop Pro has for you.
And it has a pretty long and rich history, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's been around for quite a few years.
The brand new version just out. Chris, give us an overview of what's new here.
Yeah, thanks, Fred. So PaintShop Pro 2021, a very exciting version. We're very proud, actually, that we were able to release this version with such an action-packed feature and solution set. It's really all about AI. It's about enhancing the photo editing platform and program and workflows, leveraging the power of artificial intelligence. And just to be clear, we didn't just bring in AI to sort of have a marketing checkbox on the list. We spent our time, we worked with the scientists and the developers to make sure that the AI that we brought in truly offered significant benefits for all of our users. We actually have a long list of AI features that were included in this version, and I'm sure we'll talk about that momentarily.
Sure. What are some of the highlights in terms of how it's used and the benefits to your customers?
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't I give a quick list of sort of some of the AI enhanced tools that we brought in, and then maybe I'll get Karli to describe them in a little bit more detail about the benefits specifically to the users. But starting with the list, we have AI upsampling, so really upscaling without losing any quality. AI denoise, so that removes random variations of brightness or color within an image. Artificial intelligence artifact removal, so reversing effects of pixelation and distortion caused by compression. And then we've also enhanced our AI-based style transfer, which is sort of an artistic workflow around image stylization and recomposition, just to name a few of the AI tools. We also have enhancements around our photography workspaces and introduced an all-new Sea to Sky workspace, which focuses in on underwater and aerial photography workflows. But perhaps, if it's okay, Karli, if you wanted to jump into more specifics around the AI.
For sure, yeah. Exactly as Chris mentioned, in building in this artificial intelligence and machine learning technology into PaintShop Pro 2021 has really been all about feedback and market research we've heard from our user base directly. It's really just to be able to provide tools to help users work as efficiently as possible and to facilitate some really time-consuming tasks and not even just time-consuming tasks, but maybe tasks you couldn't even accomplish in PaintShop Pro previously. So as Chris kind of mentioned, we have AI upsampling. This is a new AI-powered tool that allows you to enlarge a photo or a portion of a photo to a really drastic amount. So it's upwards of 400%, even 600% I've seen larger. And you can do this in a variety of ways. It's because it's AI powered, it is mostly automated. So it's going to happen really quick and it's really easy to accomplish. And the tool is using, as I mentioned, artificial intelligence that's analyzing the pixels in the image. So the machine learning technology is trained then to add pixels during this processing. So your end result after you've upsampled is as crisp and detailed as possible.
that can be really important for people who are cropping an image.
That's right. Yeah. And what's very common, we've noticed from our user base specifically for photography, is whether it's intentional or not, you might catch a shot and way off in the distance, there might be a tiny, whether it's a bird in the sky or something that's really small in a shot that you want, that's an area of interest that you want to just really hone in on and crop down. And that ends up making your, once it's cropped, that image very, very small. So that's where AI upsampling comes in to enlarge that small portion of a photo so you can then print it, publish it, share it with friends or family, or do whatever you please, but at that high level quality. So it's really nice and crisp and clear. So the next one I'll talk about quickly, AI denoise. In a nutshell, really, that's just removing noise or graininess in our photos. And by noise, what I'm really referring to are those, if you zoom in quick, really tight on a photo, you might see really like little specks of color or graininess, and that really interferes with image clarity. And that's typically caused by poor lighting conditions, but can also happen if due to just certain limitations of sensors in your digital camera. So when you're using AI denoise, again, it's AI powered, so it's really quick. It's quite automated. The program analyzes the photo and identifies those noise artifacts and applies corrections based on those identified areas. So it's still preserving the important details in the photo and totally removing that noise and graininess. And there are two different settings for this tool as well. There's a simple and enhanced. Simple applies a pretty basic algorithm, and that is a very quick result. And enhanced performs a bit of a deeper analysis on the image if it's in a bit rougher shape. And the time it takes to make even the enhanced option is very quick, just a couple of seconds we're talking here. So the next is AI artifact removal. And this, as you can imagine, it does clear up any artifacts or distortion. Most commonly, as you'll see, again, if you zoom into an image, you might see some kind of 8x8 pixel blocking or banding artifacts and distortion like that. And that is most often caused during JPEG compression. And we do that most typically to reduce the file size if we're, for a variety of digital workflows. And the engine here is trained to specifically pinpoint, target these artifacts and remove them and provide, and this is pretty important too, provide a natural result. So you're not going to get a result that looks completely filtered or anything like that. You're going to get a result that looks organic and natural.
Mm-hmm. And Karli, just if I may just add to that, what's really interesting and unique about these features is that they do provide very professional results, but yet have a very simplified workflow, and anybody from all different levels, whether it's the professional, the amateur, or the hobbyist, can very easily leverage these tools, but get those amazing results that Karli was describing.
And your typical customer would be who?
We have a few different categories of customers, I suppose, but I think the most common would be our photography enthusiasts and our professional photo editors. Really, it's first and foremost, PaintShop Pro is designed for that group of photo enthusiasts. So it's kind of whether you're at an intermediate stage or even just starting out or using photography as a bit of a hobby. Maybe it's, you've had DSLRs for the past few years and are looking for an application that's much more robust than any of your inexpensive web-based photo apps, and something that's not Photoshop. Maybe you're not looking for the subscription and you're looking for something that's a perpetual license. PaintShop Pro is pretty neck and neck with Photoshop in terms of what we can provide and what we offer our customers.
And tell us about pricing.
That's right. So yeah, on pricing. So when we have two different pricing models. Actually, we have a couple different pricing models because we offer PaintShop Pro and we also offer PaintShop Pro Ultimate. And the Ultimate bundle is a number of different applications that really build sort of the ultimate editing suite. But on the PaintShop Pro side, the new user price is $79.99. For the upgrade user, it's $59.99. On the PaintShop Pro Ultimate side, its new user is $99.99, and the upgrade is $79.99.
And there's no need for a subscription. You can keep on using it as long as it's installed, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. It's not a rental model or a subscription model. It is a you buy, you own. It is in perpetual. So once you have it installed, you have it installed. It's yours.
And once again, Karli, I think you were talking about the ease of use for people at all different levels. A lot of people take the majority of pictures, even if they have a digital SLR, with their phones these days. No secret about that. Can those folks make use of PaintShop Pro as well?
Oh, absolutely. And we've definitely recognized that. And last year, actually, we released a new workspace called the photography workspace. So if that's your typical workflow, you're usually taking photos with your smartphone, I'd suggest to start off in this workspace, again, called the photography workspace. It's optimized for touch devices, for 4K Ultra HD devices, and it's a simplified workspace, and it's ideal for making the most popular corrections and enhancements to photos pretty quickly and easily. The user interface is really sleek and clean. It's a really welcoming environment, especially if this is your first more professional level photo editor that you're getting into. I would definitely recommend starting there. And then once you're looking for something a bit more robust, we have 2 additional workspaces to kind of graduate to, each of which offering more and more capabilities, customization options as you continue on.
Terrific stuff. And for more information, I'm assuming the best place to go is Corel.com.
PaintShopPro.com. You can definitely reach the PaintShop Pro site from Corel.com, but to get there directly, it's just PaintShopPro.com.
Makes it even easier. PaintShopPro.com. Karli Deter and Chris Pierce, thank you so much for taking the time with us.
Thanks so much, Fred.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fred. Nice to talk to you.
Now this. How many companies out there have continued to innovate when it comes to building a better radio? I'm Fred Fishkin, host of Techstination, and I'm here to tell you about the new CC Skywave SSB radio from the wonderful people at C-Crane. Bob and his crew really love radio, and it shows in this new compact model that is packed with features. Beyond great AM and FM reception and sound, you can tune into shortwave signals from around the world, listen to ham radio operators, aviation, and more. It's the radio you'll turn to every day, and in emergencies. It will run for nearly 3 days on just 2 AA batteries. Pair the sleep timer with the new Soft Speaker 3, and you've got the perfect radio for your nightstand. Of course, it can wake you up too. Click on C-Crane at Techstination.com and put in the code Techstination for a free flashlight with your order. They love radio, and you'll love C-Crane.